Hey guys, and welcome back to another Olympicuber video. Today I'll be showing you how to solve the dino cube. So the dino cube is really easy to learn, it's really simple, and in this tutorial you won't need to know any algorithms or any notation, so it's really easy for beginners to learn. Also, you don't need to know how to solve a 3x3, but you do need a little bit of basic understanding on how this turns and also how a 3x3 generally works. There are only 3 stages in solving a dino cube, and I'm just going to go through them now. So the first stage is to get all of one side white, and then these edges, so these colours around the side, to be in their correct positions. If you're confused about what I mean by correct positions, we'll talk about that later. The next stage is to get these ones in the middle all the same. So we create like a little V on each side, and they match up with the other side. And then the final stage is to just solve the last layer, and it solves it all in one really easily, and that solves the whole cube. With your cube scrambled and ready to go, let's start with stage 1. So we're going to choose a side to start on. Since a dino cube doesn't have a centre like a 3x3 that doesn't move, we can't tell which side is going to be which colour. So in a 3x3 that's already chosen for us by the centres, as these don't move and they always show us which colour the side's going to be. So for example, this one's going to be red, that one's always going to be white and green, and so on. In a dino cube we don't have centres, so what we need to do is we just need to make the sides for ourselves. So the first thing to do is to decide which side is going to be white. And you can do it on other colours, but I would recommend doing it on white just because it's easy and because you can also go along with me. So I think I'm going to choose this side for my white side, so I've got green and white already in there. Now I'm going to keep on referring back to a 3x3. So here's going to be the white side and here's going to be the green side, so it's going to be the same, so green and white. Now next to green is going to be orange, so we're going to want orange here. So if we find the orange and white one, here we go, we can simply try and get it down to this spot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn where the piece is, I'm going to turn it so it's quite close to the bottom. Now I could get it into this spot in one move, like this, but what that would do is move this green one back out of its place. So what we're instead going to do is we are going to put it in its place, which does actually move this green one, but then what we're going to want to do is hide this orange and white one down, out of the way, so it's out of the way there. Then we're going to move this green and white one back to its original position, which was here. And then, now this was out of the way, but now we're going to bring it back up, and as you can see, it's in the correct place next to the green. After orange is blue. So now I'm just going to look for the blue and white piece. Okay, so it's here, and I want it to be here. So I'm just going to think of ways that I can get this one up to here, and I can just do this, which gets it in the right place, opposite green, next to orange. After blue is then going to be red. So for our final piece, I'm just going to look for it, so it's here. And now, I want it to be here. So whenever we're going to try and put a piece down, and it's in the top, what we need to do is get it to the side, so to the left or the right of where we want it to go. So I can just do that, it's down at the right. Now we're going to have to do the same thing that we did earlier. So I'm going to put it in its correct position, which brings this up. Now we're going to hide it, go down and hide it, put this one back to where it was, and then bring this one back. And there we have it, we're done. We've got the first stage all done and in the correct positions, ready for the next stage. So this stage is actually really just about intuition and sort of working it out for yourself. There aren't any algorithms, and it's fairly easy to figure out, and with practice it also gets a lot easier and a lot faster to do. So this next stage is to get the piece that goes in between these pieces along the side the same, just like we've got here. Now this is the same thing as when we've got a layer on 3x3 and we've got to get a piece into the sides to create this middle layer. It's so much easier on the Dino Cube, and again it just needs a little bit of intuition and working it out for yourself, but I will give you a few tips. So all we're going to do here is we're going to move the sides, and we can basically just keep this white on the bottom. So we don't want to move anything that has white on it, else that will mess up what we've already done. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to look for the piece to go in between blue and red. That's going to be the blue and red piece. So here it is. And actually, what I can do is I can just move this blue and red one like this. And now it's in between blue and red perfectly. So I'm going to look for the one that goes in between green and orange now, and it's there. So what I would do for this is I would need to get it as close to this piece as possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move it up, and now it's quite close to that piece. So what I would do to start off is get the place where you want the piece to be and get the piece either up here or up here. That's a good starting point. And now once it's there, it's really easy. We can just place it in like this. Okay, so now I'm going to look for the orange and blue one, and it's here. So what I would normally do is I would get it to this piece, because it's, or this piece, because they're next to the piece where it needs to go. So I would normally turn it just like that to get it in the right place. But what we've actually done is we've moved this one out of place by doing that. This was an already solved one that we had. So what we're going to do is we're going to do that. And then we are going to take this and we're going to place it down. But then we just need to remember that this piece is out of place and we just pop it back in at the very end. So we've got the same kind of thing here. We've got this piece and we want it to be here. So what we can do is we can move it like so it's in the correct place. Then move it down so that it's solved and out of the way. And then just move this piece back so that we have solved it. And now what we've got is we've got all these are solved around the side. Again, it's pretty easy to do, it just needs a bit of intuition. There are no algorithms involved, so I think it's just quite easy to work out for yourself. Now we've done the middle layer and the bottom layer, the last thing we have to do, the final stage, is to do the top layer. Now I think there's 3 different cases you can get for this, and this is the first one. So we've got 2 yellows on the top together, like it's split in half, and then 2 yellows on the side. And it doesn't matter what other colours are here, apart from that there is one piece that is completely solved, so it's in the correct colour, and the other one isn't solved. So the one that is solved, correct colour on the top and on the back, we are going to want to put that one at the back. Now, we are going to work on this one at the front. So this one's green, and we're going to look for the piece that needs to go here. So that is the green and yellow piece. So, okay, so the green and yellow piece is here. Now, what we're going to want to do is look at this green and yellow piece, and it's on the right. Now, it could also be on the left, and that's a different... Actually, I don't know if it can be on the left, but it's on the right here. So, there's this way to solve this, and in fact, this solves the whole last layer just by doing this simple algorithm of 4 moves. So let me show you. It's not really an algorithm if you just think about where you're placing the pieces. So the first thing to do is to place this piece in its correct position, like so. It's in fact pretty much exactly like the thing that we did for the edges in the middle and the thing that we did for the last edge in the, well, I would say cross, but it's not really the cross. So we do that. So we're moving this right one down. Now what we're going to do is we have these 2 correct pieces and this spare piece that's not matched. So what we're going to do is turn the left one down, and now that one matches, and then we're going to turn the right one back up, if I can turn it, so that they all match, and then the final turn turn the left one back up. So this is it if it's on the left. It can actually be on the left. And so let's say this correct piece is in the back and the correct piece that we want is on the left. It's exactly the same thing. So we're going to turn it to its position, go down. Oh, yeah. Then turn this one up and turn this one back. So let's talk about some of the other cases. This next case is one that has absolutely no yellow on the top, but all of the sides are yellow. This one's really simple and easy to do. All we have to do is down, down, up, up, exactly the same as we did last time, and it brings us back to the same case. So let me show you that again. It's down on the right, down on the left, up on the right, and up on the left. It's exactly the same thing, and it just really helps to, it gets the top to the same case. So the next and final case is when we have all of the top yellow, but we have opposite colours along the sides. Now this is a little bit like an H-perm on 3x3, a little bit like this PLL. And it's fairly simple to solve. All we have to do is exactly the same algorithm. Down, down, up, up. And that brings us back to the same case. Now, just to recap on that case, we have the correct one at the back. And we look at this one. So this one's blue. Look for it. It's on the right. So we bring it down to its position. Down on the other side to hide it. Up to bring it back up, and up to bring it back up. Down, down, up, up. Really easy to learn, really simple, really easy to remember. And that's it. We're done. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed solving this dino cube, and I hope you will continue to enjoy it. And if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. I'll leave timestamps and things in the description. And yeah, bye.